Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to join me. I'm between projects. I've finished my book journals and I'll try and get a video of those done. It'll probably be next weekend because we're actually going to go away tomorrow for a couple of days. Um, so I thought I'd just put my camera on and do a couple of in-between projects. I've been trying to sort out the papers that I've got laying around, and I thought I'm just going to try and use some and make a few things for future journals. So maybe you can craft along with me or just have a chat while I craft along merrily. Not sure what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of Kate Greenaway from a Kate Greenaway book. These have been laying around for ages, and I found a pocket that I've made that I've not used. And I thought maybe I could hinge that on there and have it to flip out. Um, and then if I back that, then maybe it could be, that could be a tuck spot in a journal, and then that could be a flip with a tuck as well. So that's as far as I'd thought. But I think that's quite dark, so I think I might try and decorate it. I've got all sorts of scraps of paper laying around. Just looking, actually, that could go on there and be a tuck spot on there, couldn't it? And actually that could then fold round and be the flip, couldn't it? Oh dear, that's a, or actually that might be nice. Oh, I don't know now. Indecisive as ever. That could go on there and be a tuck. And then that could go on there and then that would flip. It could. The only thing I'm thinking is I don't want to stitch on here because this is a pocket. So I think I might save that piece for something else. I've got some white. It is a bit white. These are all, I've got a box that I keep all my little bits and pieces of paper in. And every now and then I do try and use them on projects. Just try and just edge that a little bit, I think. So maybe if I put that on there, another piece there with some flowers on, quite like that. So I think I might do that. How's that for a quick decision? I know you're not going to believe it from me, are you? Oh, got nothing. I've run out of glue book. One moment. Okay, that didn't take me long, did it? I found my old glue book. It's nearly all gone actually, so I'm going to have to take a trip. Oops, Daisy, take a trip to the charity shop and find. I like books with large pages for my glue books. It doesn't really matter though, does it? If you're going to glue on it, you're going to glue on it. The only thing I'm thinking as I'm doing this is what sort of hinge I can put on it that's not going to kind of look odd. Maybe I'm going to hinge it that way so it'll flip that way, and then the hinges will be on there. Hadn't thought of that, had I? Never mind. Could put that on there. Got a nice little, oh, he's quite pretty, isn't he? Quite like him on there. Yeah, we'll go with that. We will go with that. Just get rid of those little bits of white. I'm not very good at cutting the bits of white out between the bird's legs. So I hope everybody's doing okay. It's a lovely sunny day here in the UK. We've had a run of good weather, and we recently changed our camper van. So we've got a nice little Volkswagen VW camper van now, and we've not used it yet. So we're going to go to a place in the UK called Chatsworth. There's a nice little campsite there, and we're just going to go there for a couple of days and just chill out a little bit. I like that bird on there. I've got all sorts at the side of me that you probably can't see, and I'm sure it's all going to collapse terribly shortly. I've got some Tracy labels. Oh, that stuck to me already. I have got a wet cloth at the side of me just to wipe my fingers on. That's a bit too white, I think, for me. I like that one. See, I'm trying to make quick decisions, just because I want to get some things made, and Hang on a minute, Carol. Hang on a minute. Let's have a little think. Let me put this bird down. Because as I said, I want this to be a flip on the side of this image. So I'm going to put the bird on there, move him over. And the only reason I'm hesitating is because if I put a flip, I don't want to cover, I've got some odd bits of paper as well, look. I don't want to cover the bird up too much. They're not really long enough, are they? I don't want to use that bit. What can I use? Come on, Carol, think. I don't think that's going to be quite wide enough, is it? Might be. It might be indeed. Do you know, I can't think. Let me just rummage one moment. Okay, this piece of paper isn't as long, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's not, oh sorry, I bet I'm bouncing you, aren't I? It isn't trying to take the lid off my ink and it's not on, so I've now got very inky fingers as well. It isn't a heavy pocket, so I'm not worried that this is going to collapse if I do use it. Do you know, my glue book's too sticky already. Right, yep, I'm just going to go for it. Just trying to think if I needed to do anything before, but I don't think I do. As I say, I'm not going to stitch this one because this is a pocket and I don't want to lose. Oh, Carol, see, you're not thinking, are you? That wants to hinge onto the picture like that. And then that is going to hinge on there, just leaving a little gap between the two pieces of paper so that it folds over like that. And then that flips over, except of course I've made it sticky because I've put glue on it. I like that. I do like that. I think I might try and put something on here. I might use that just so that it can be written on. Tear that bit off there. And then that can be a writing space, can't it? How's this for a quick piece of ephemera? No idea what journals it's going to go in. But I just thought I've quite enjoyed having bits of ephemera that I can pick from. Stick that on there. I can just trim that bit there. Just left that bit a bit long there, look. I don't want that sticking out, do we? Nope, we don't. There we go. That's that snipped off. Oh, it is sticky. What's that like if I just dull it down a little bit? It's just the stark white I wasn't so keen on with that, but I like the numbers on it. I like the reds matching across, so that's going to go on there. Oh gosh, a golly. So yeah, we've spent some time today packing up the our new camper van. Have I said that we're going to go to Chatsworth? I think we did. It's quite an old, well, it is an old house in the Derbyshire, so it's not far from where we live, and you can walk in the grounds from the campsite, so it's a really nice break. So that's that one done. I was going to put something there, wasn't I? Oh yes, this label, and I think now I can, because I can stick it over I can stick it over the hinge, and I've just glued it on my glue paper. There we go. Squidge that down. But you know, my fingers are so sticky. So I like that. I think I would have to back that with something, maybe book page, and I could stitch around that one, and then that would be a tuck spot. So that would get stuck there and there on a page, and it would be a tuck, and then you've got a tuck spot in there. So that's one thing down. One down, lots to go. Let me get rid of those. I don't mean get rid. Put those back in the box so we don't lose them. Okay, I've got this one as well that I would like to use, and I think that needs backing. I've got some photocopied, these are Rachel's papers on here, so that would be, you could write on that. That is pretty, isn't it, that red? Right, I'm going to stick this on here so that it can be a flip on this time. This is going to be the flip on the front of a pocket, I think. That's my plan. Just put some glue it to within an inch of its life, eh? And that's going to go on there. And that just makes that a little bit sturdier. I'm just going to cut it off that paper. A few people ask me what are the rulers that I use. I've got two, this one and my larger one, and they're actually quilting rulers, and I do make quilts, and I just find them really useful. They work really well for me, so that's what I use. I have got a guillotine, but I don't have any luck with it whatsoever at all. I make more mess. I'm never accurate with what I cut, but with my quilting ruler, sticky, I am. So that's what I stick with. Stick with the quilting ruler. I think I'm going to hinge it that side because I've got more room. I don't want to cover those girls up. And I'm just looking at this again, and I'm thinking I could put that there, and it could be a tuck spot there, couldn't it? It could, but it's not very strong. So I'm just looking in the scrap bits to see if there's anything that I could just add to it. Let's have a go. So I think if I put that, let's cut this to size, shall we? That would be useful, wouldn't it? I'm going to cut that off there. It may still be a little bit too big, not going to worry. And I think I'm just going to stick that on there. Give it some glue in. Okay, I bet you think, what on earth is she doing? And you know what? I've got no idea. So I'm just going to carefully tear down there. Trying to be careful anyway. And I'm going to cut that there. And then I'm thinking that can go on there, and that can be a pocket. And put something in there then, can't we? I don't like that little point there. Sorry, am I whispering? And then that would go on there. attach that there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some glue on here like that. I bet time's ticking me by, isn't it? I never get much done with you, do I? Doesn't help that I'm not sure what I'm doing, I suppose. I'm going to cut that off there. There we go. And then I think what I want to do, I'm just looking at this paper that I've got on top, and I like that. So I think that what I'm going to do is make this into a pocket. That's not a straight, oh gosh. Can anybody fold straighter than me? I should think you certainly can. And I want it to be at least as wide as this. In fact, I might want it to be a little bit wider. Yeah. So that's going to be like that. Okay. Pencil, Carol. I am going to cut that. Actually, that wasn't a bad line that I did. It is quite straight. And then I'm going to make this into a pocket. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to fold up. I'm going to do 1/2 inch because this is quite long paper. So that's the bottom. Snip that corner, and I don't need that bit. I'm going to snip that bit off. Oops. Cutting a straight line, of course. So that will go over like that. That is the most unstraight cut I have ever seen anybody do. It's because I can't follow the line. The way that the light's shining on it, I followed the wrong line completely on that, look. There we go. So that's going to fold like that. And that's going to go on there and be hinged. And I'm not sure how tall this is. Let's have a look, because if it's not too tall, it can... Yeah, so I'm going to take... Oh, I nearly tried to put a crease in it with my blade. That would never work, would it? Fold that like that. Snip that corner like that, and snip those corners like that. Okay, this is the top, and so because it's just copy paper, I am going to fold that in and glue those down just to reinforce it, because that's where your pressure point isn't it, where you put your papers in and out. One, two. And you know what I'm thinking? I could actually put a hinge on there and put it inside there. I really like that. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got that pocket there. I need something to hinge it. I wonder if any of these would fit that I've got folded. If I cut the bottom bit off, I don't think I need it to say out for a walk, do I? I don't think I want that on there. I left it on because I wasn't sure, but now I am. And then I'm going to put that hinge on there. Yep. And then I'm going to stitch around this. A bit of glue, oh gosh, a bit of glue on there. Okay. Now I'm just going to go and stitch all the way around this, so just bear with me a moment. Okay, so I've stitched all the way around, and I've got my hinge, and then I've got the pocket, paper stuck, I've got the pocket in the back that's now been stitched on. So what my plan is, I'm going to put a notch in here, like that, just so that we know that that is a pocket. And then I'm going to hinge this just on the inside flap here. So I don't want it all the way at the bottom. I think I want it about there. So if I turn it over, I'm going to glue it on there, and then I'm going to close that pocket, and then the flap will be inside the pocket, and it will hold it in place. Glue that like that, and then I'm going to glue this pocket together, and then we'll have a look at it and see what you think. Glue, 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 and then that'll be a nice deep pocket for a tag for whichever journal it goes in. Well, so that's glued on there, and that's on there. There, so I like that. So that's on there. It will flap, it'll flip and flap like that. And then this, it could be stuck down on 3 sides and be a tuck, or and a tuck spot there, couldn't it? Or it could be stuck down completely, and there'll be a tag in there. So I hope you like that one as well. What else have I got? Let me just look through the papers and see if I can find one. Okay, I found this that I've printed out, obviously one of Rachel's papers, and I've got this book belongs to. So I'm going to use this and this, I think. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this across there. I'm not quite sure where I'll use this. I might actually end up making this a flap as well. Well, you still need to cut that off, don't you? So let's cut that off of there and the bottom. And the white off the top. Let's start with that. It's hard to know where, you know, if you don't know, if you're not making it for a specific journal, it can be quite difficult to think what's best to do with it. But I was thinking that I could put this book belongs to on there, and then that would flap over. Or if I put it that side, it could flap over like that, and actually I could have it flapping that way as well. I don't think I'd want them both to flap the same way, would I? Or I could have it like this. This book belongs to, and then you flip it up and you see that. Ah, how would that be? That might be a bit different, mightn't it? I think I quite like that idea, actually. So I would hinge that like that, wouldn't I? That would go on there like that, and that would go on there like that. That would flip up like that so that you see that. And then that could flip out like that and be written on. Yep, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Decided, decision made. Just ink round that a bit, just to get rid of those little white marks. And that can go on there, like so. And then that could go at the front of a journal, couldn't it? I've been wanting to make another journal with Rachel's Chateau papers, so I think this would be ideal for that, wouldn't it? So I'm going to cut those off of there, and then that will go on there, and that will flip up like that, and then we'll back that, and that will be a flip out. So I think I want to stitch around this, so bear with me. Okay, so I've stitched around there with the hinge on, and I've put a pocket on there so that when it's down like that you don't see the pocket, but when you flip it up there's a little pocket there that you can put something in, and things don't fall out of those. I've been asked before, because obviously that's upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that on there like that. Probably won't be level. Got some glue somewhere, so that's going to glue on there and be a flip up. And then I think that's just something interesting when you first open the journal. You know, you've got an interesting paper there. Oh, what I didn't check was how tall this was. Is it going to fit? Just under 8 inches. Yeah, I can always trim a bit off the bottom. So then that flips up, and it's got a pocket just there. And then what I want to do is I'm going to attach this on the back of it so that this will be a flip. So I need it to overhang that side. It's not going to be a flip. What am I saying? It's going to be, yes it is. This is going to be a flip as well, isn't it? Let's just turn that paper over. Right, so I'm going to add my glue onto the back of this, and then you'll see what I mean when I've done it. Get plenty of glue on there. I'll probably stitch around this as well, but again, I don't think I'll do that until I know what journal it's going in. Okay, now I want that to be up to the top of the paper, if I can. There we go. Oops. I'm just going to stick that on there. I could always snip a bit off there if I'm on both edges if I need to, but for now I'm going to leave it. How wide did I make it? Did we check? 4.5. So that will be quite big, because usually my pages are about 5. So I can't take it off this end. I think it'll be fine actually. What am I doing? I'm going to snip a bit off there. Like that. And then I'm going to just level that edge slightly. There we go. And then this bit here is what will be the flip, and I can cut that down. So let's just squish that on properly, and I can put a pocket on the back or something when I know what journal it's going in. So this bit here is the hinge that will hinge it onto the book, onto the journal. So that will flip up, and then that will flip out like that at the beginning of a book. So that's 3 things. Have I got time to do one more? What do you think? Can we be quick? This is the other side of that paper that I've just cut, and I thought I'd just make that into a tall thin pocket with that girl on the front. That's nice and quick and easy, isn't it? It would be if I had my bits and pieces close to hand. So I want that to fold up to make it into a nice pocket. See if I can cut this one straighter. Well, I haven't used many pieces of paper out my pile, I have to say. I think I've used 3. Well, it's 3 less than I had when I started, isn't it? Like that. And then I just want to fold the top again down, just so that it's nice and strong when you're putting things in and out. And then we'll have a look at what we've made, and I'll let you go. Just fold those down. Oopsie. Just make sure it fits, eh? Yeah. She is such a pretty lady, isn't she? I'm just going to snip a bit out there so we know that that's a pocket. And then I'm going to glue it together. Bottom one on the top. And we'll have a look at what we've done. I don't know if I've given anybody any ideas, different things that you can do with your papers when they're left over. You have pictures and images that you like and you're not sure what you can do with them. There we go. So that's a nice little pocket there. Just needs to dry a bit. And I could hinge that and make that a flip as well, because it's very pretty on the back, and I may well do that, but who knows. So we've got that one. Sorry, we've got that one. We've got this one that's going to go in a book. We've got the little ladies, aren't they pretty? And then I might decorate that yet. I'm not sure when I know what book it's going in. And then we've got this one, and that's going to be a pocket as well. So that's not bad going. I've got 4 things in half an hour. How's that? Thanks so much for joining me. As I say, we're away this week, so I will video the flip through of the bug journals on our return. But I hope you're all okay and that you enjoy crafting without me. Take care, folks. Bye.